FiveAA forecast now.
Open more doors with Harcourt Shepherd Property, the largest Harcourt group in SA. Just Google Shepherd Property.
Sunny and 20 today, staying sunny, 24 on the weekend, partly cloudy on Monday and 20. Similar conditions, 22 Tuesday and then 25 sunny Wednesday and Thursday. Right now it's 10 degrees. More news as it happens on FiveAA.
Jeep Cherokee Sport, now with $1,000 off the drive-away price. Terms and conditions apply. See your Jeep dealer for details. This is FiveAA Breakfast.
Gee, it's hard not to be up and about, isn't it, today? Just a beautiful, beautiful day outside. 6:36, your chance a little later on in the program to win tickets to the 2015 Toyota AFL Grand Final, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks now, or actually just on 2 weeks. Accommodation, flights and those tickets available. It is a massive prize.
It is time now to jump across the ditch to talk to our good friend Selwyn Manning, who is the editor of eveningreport.nz. Selwyn, thanks for joining us as always on a Friday, mate. Now, this is a juicy one. I haven't caught up with this. There's been quite a spectacular sex scandal involving the current mayor of Auckland, who has been using the council chambers as and other locations as the venue for his sexual dalliances. And now a former Foreign Affairs Minister, very senior politician, is looking at running against him and knocking him off.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Len Brown, that news broke back in 2013, and effectively Auckland has been leaderless ever since. There was a lame duck, obviously, after those revelations. Len Brown is what you were alluding to there, Dave. He's obviously a disgraced mayor. It was revealed back just after, only a week after he won the last election here as the mayor, that he'd been having an affair with a young woman, used the mayoral chambers, the Ngāti Whātua room, which is a sacred civic room at the Auckland Town Hall, Auckland hotels, other locations for his sexual encounters. Absolutely, he held on, refused to resign, and ever since, the Labour Party that backed him back then has been looking for another candidate to get itself behind. Now, Phil Goff, former Foreign Affairs Minister in the Helen Clark government, he also held the trade portfolios and justice portfolios in that particular government. Also was a young minister in the David Longy government back in the 1980s. Now, Phil Goff, he's hinted yesterday that it looks like he's going to make an announcement before the end of the year, so he's going to formalise that. Highly speculated that he is going to run. He told the New Zealand Herald reportedly yesterday, it is likely I will put my name forward. So he's obviously conditioning very strongly for that. Aucklanders, the polls are showing that if he does, and it looks like he will, it's almost 100%, that he will, that he would certainly be a front runner. He's certainly got a strong reputation and positions as a centre kind of representative of the Labour Party as opposed to in the left areas. Dave, there's some breaking news that's just happening here, so just quickly, I'm just detailing it. Radio New Zealand, it's a totally different issue here, has just been reporting that there's going to be a government-to-government exchange between New Zealand and Australia over Kiwis being deported to Christmas Island. So that's a developing issue that is going on at the moment.
I had no idea that we were deporting you guys to Christmas Island.
Yeah, a policy came out 12 months ago where...
This is for visa overstayers from New Zealand, presumably.
Where people who may have had jail time more than a year in their lifetime could be deported back to New Zealand.
Okay.
Now, the view over here in New Zealand is that it should be, and the expectation was to be deported to New Zealand, not Christmas Island.
Yeah.
20 yesterday apparently were rounded up and packed off, and there's around about 75 New Zealanders and or Pacific Islanders that are on Christmas Island at the moment.
Maybe we're trying to incarcerate you ahead of the Rugby World Cup, mate.
Well, there you go. They got the wrong guys by the sound of it.
Should have locked up the All Blacks instead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Selwyn, I love this next story. Here in Australia, we've got the big pineapple. South Australia, we've got the big lobster and also the big olives just outside Murray Bridge. But I reckon you New Zealanders have gone one better. Down on the South Island, they've got the giant sausage.
Yeah, well, it's just the town. Tuatapere. It earned the honour after a radio competition, Jane. This radio station called ZM, it has nationwide audience, and it put it out there to its audience, what small town should get a monument. Now, Tuatapere, it won it a while back. Apparently, its people erected a sign, the big sign at the end of the town, and it said, Tuatapere, New Zealand's sausage capital. Now, to honour the town, because it won this competition, by a long shot by the sound of it. Now, ZM, the radio station, it had a 3-metre long sausage made up here in Auckland. They got the giant sausage, transported it from Auckland all the way down the North Island, down to Cook Strait by Wellington, there across the ferry and drove down into the deep south. And on receiving the big sausage this week, the town celebrated. Jane, can you guess what they did?
They had a cook-up, barbecue?
They had a big barbecue. 16 kilograms of sausages were cooked, and apparently the favourite was a chili chocolate sausage. It sounds ghastly to me.
Chili chocolate? It sounds like a Mexican recipe. The Mexicans do that with turkey and chicken. They cook it in chili and chocolate. It's called mole.
All I can imagine here is the sausage bursting and a chocolate chili mush kind of oozing out the end, you know.
What a terrific idea. Well, watch out the big lobster. Selwyn Manning, editor of eveningreport.nz. Thanks very much for that report.
We'll get to the weather